I'm always pushing forward a little bit, but I need to acknowledge where she's at, because if at any point I'm pushing too hard and I'm getting resistance, well, that means you went a little too far with it. So I'm always leading, but I'm never aggressively leading. Like, think about in terms of a kiss. If I was gonna kiss the girl, I'm not just gonna completely stay here, because then the kiss will never happen, because the girl's not just gonna come all the way here. It is on me to move forward, but if I go all the way, that's probably too hard as well. It's on the dude to be moving it forward in small bursts, but he should be pinging the girl every step of the way to make sure that she's comfortable and on board, and also reciprocating in the next step to some extent. Okay, so it's on the dude to lead the pathway, but it's also on you to be consistently checking in to make sure that we're not doing something that's making the girl uncomfortable. Majority of men aren't moving it forward enough because they're either they don't know how, or the way they're going about it is just like unconfident or uncertain. And then there's a small percentage of men that are going for it, but they're going too far ahead. They're just not pinging off of the girl to see if she's comfortable with it the whole way through. Like, I wouldn't just kiss her, right? Before I kissed her, I would have to at least touch her a little bit. If I touched her a little bit, I would have to see that she responded positively. If she responded positively and she was still engaging, she was still holding eye contact, maybe she was touching me a little bit, at some point I would get in a little bit closer, right? And then at some point I would get in even a little bit closer. At some point there might be a hug, at some point I might talk into her ear, at some point I might side hug, or there's like a high five, or we dance, or like something happens, or we sit next to each other, or I put my arm around her. Something would happen. And each step of the way, I would need to see that she's comfortable for the next step. It's the same thing with leading, pulling, all of these different things. I'm not just gonna push to bring the girl home with me out of the blue, and then like, turns out she wasn't comfortable with that. Before I would push for her to come home with me, I would probably have moved her around a couple different times before that. If we were on a date, it wouldn't be we meet at the restaurant, we sit at the table, and then we get up to go to my house. It would be like, we meet outside the restaurant, or maybe we meet by my apartment, and then we walk to the place, or we get in the car together and we drive to the place, and we park, and then we walk into the restaurant, we sit down. At some point, maybe we get up and then we bounce over to the bar over there. Then we leave the bar and we go to another venue nearby. We sit down there and have a drink, or we go to a cafe after, or we go to an ice cream shop after. We get a coffee or an ice cream or some kind of dessert. And then from there, we go for a little bit of a walk. There's several different small movements going on leading up to the actual pull. And that's just the logistical escalation. There would also be verbal escalation on top of that. Same thing for bringing the girl home same night. It wouldn't just be meet on the dance floor, stay in the same spot, ready to go home, we out. No, it would be like meet on the dance floor, dance a little bit, go over to the bar, maybe just grab a water, grab some napkins, go sit down at the table a little bit, go over, meet her friends, go over, introduce her to my friends, go back to the dance floor, go to the bathroom, or I split up for a little bit, give her some time alone with her friends, reopen later, have fun in the area as a group, bring her to the downstairs area, leave the venue together, go get a slice of pizza, or leave the venue to go get food, or go to another venue to get another drink. Then we go pick up food. Maybe we eat the food, or we take the food to go, and then we eat the food back at my place. The main takeaway that I'm trying to say here is that, like, there's smaller steps leading up to the last step. Just staying in one location and then bring the girl home is the equivalent of never touching her and then just trying to go for a kiss out of nowhere. If you're gonna kiss the girl, there's small escalations leading up to the kiss. If you're gonna bring the girl home, there's small logistical escalations leading up to the final move home. The smaller and more frequent those steps can be on the way up, the easier it is to ping and gain trust from the girl, because she's constantly following your lead the whole way up, experiencing good emotion. Whether that's on a date, whether it's day game or night game, doesn't matter. Small moves the whole way through. It helps strengthen the memory of the interaction. It helps build trust and security from the girl's perspective. It puts you in the leading position the whole way through. And then it also makes that last move a very small, easy step, because we already have done all these other steps. You'll learn more about pulling as you start going for the pull. You're not gonna fully get it until you actually try to do it. Once you've done it, you can do it. Before that, you just watch videos on it till you gain enough confidence to then go out and execute on it. Then once you execute, you'll have the experience behind it. Then you come back to another call, we break it down, you learn more from it, and you keep fine-tuning the dials. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in implementing any of the concepts taught in this video, I have a brand new coaching program where you can actually work with me one-on-one. I'm going to analyze your communication, your pickup skills, your game, and assess where you're at, point out your blind spots, your sticking points, show you the step-by-step process as well to take you from where you're at right now to accomplishing your goals with women and dating. Click the link in the description, fill out that application, pick out a day and a time for that consultation call, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Until next time, Coach Kyle signing out. Peace out, guys.